Okay, we are now live with Let's Talk AR, and I know several people will, and I'm going to delete your message. If you'll let me.
Sure.
Because you're here now. I know several people tell me that they're going to be watching, so there's Peggy. We were talking about you, Peggy. We would like you to join us in the actual hangout. I never know who's watching, which is really silly. They need to have for the person running the hangout, let you know at least, who's watching and all that, but that's my opinion. So hi, Peggy. How's Arizona? I bet it's hot and hot.
Hot and hot.
It was hot today here. My Lord. It's crazy.
I think Peggy prefers Blab.
What is Blab?
Blab is kind of like Periscope, only better.
Okay, I just started with Periscope and it doesn't work very nice for me.
Blab is kind of cool because you can stop it and start it, and there are like 4 people on at a time, and you can change seats with people. You almost feel like you're playing Hollywood Squares because there's 4 boxes and there's a person in each box, and they can all contribute to the chat. Plus there's a written chat where you can ask questions and whatnot. It's really pretty good.
I will have to try that. She said, I had to miss a couple weeks and I miss you. Conflicts. I understand about conflicts. I really do. I'm at a conflict in my life, but it's okay. I went back to school. Yay! We had our first day. That's why I'm so tired. We had our first day with kids today, and oh my gosh, I don't know how many people I helped. Why are combination locks so confusing for kids? I get it.
Because they still don't do the right, left, right stuff. They don't know their right from their left sometimes.
I guess. I've had to help so many. I mean, that was my job today, was helping kids get to unlock their lockers. I'm like, okay, we just did this 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and they don't get that you have to pass the number again kind of thing. They don't get that either. And I say
that. I say, okay, pass it the first time and stop the second time. I mean, I said it, Sarah, and demonstrated and everything, and yeah, they just don't get it. And they're middle school kids, and they just don't get it.
Yeah, they should get it, but no.
Peggy says it's still hot. Huge monsoon storm this week that took off roofs. Ooh. Floods, trees, goodness. And down. Wow, I'm kind of glad I live in Kansas then, because it was kind of cool on Saturday, at 60 degree, 50, 60, 70, really nice, cool, and it just heated up today. So I'm kind of nice. Maybe I'm in the middle of everything. The real world back to school is such an exciting time. Yes, I feel your excitement. Yeah. Today marked a part in history for me. I started teaching. I entered the classroom as a teacher 13 years ago. It was my son's first day of kindergarten, my first day of teaching, and today we had our last first day of school because he's a senior. So for 13 years, we've had a first day of school together. So it was kind of a nice, sweet, emotional morning. I got a picture and everything. I was like, I'm the cool mom. Didn't have any complaints. But we had our last first day of school picture. I may cry. Oh, but yeah, I understand all the excitement in going back to school as a parent and as a teacher. Okay, yeah. Peggy says Blab is fabulous. It is better than Google Hangouts. Okay, but Peggy, I want lots of people to talk to, not 4 people, so you have to tell me how that's better. You have to convince me.
You could still bring people in from the written chat and switch places with people that are in the 4 squares.
So I could hide you and put you back in the chat and grab Peggy?
Yes.
But that's all done on the iPad.
No, it's not just on the iPad. It's on the browser.
Okay, if it's browser-based, Because can I record it and save it I save all these to YouTube.
I think it does that for you, if I remember correctly.
Well, with Periscope, I had to sign up for Catch It or something.
Catch Me, yeah.
Catch Me, and then that saves it. But I could also save it to my camera and then upload it, which was another freaking step. But I could upload it to YouTube.
Yeah. But this, I think it saves it for you, and you can do whatever you want with it, and you can even embed it onto your website.
That might be a game changer. Because I want to do demos.
It'll allow you to do that, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Peggy says you rotate. Oh man, this is how tired I am. I can't talk. You rotate people in and out. One emotional day for you. Yes, it's been very emotional in more ways than one. So yeah, it's been.
You can even pause it.
But if you pause it, is it still live? People can watch it, or
no,
you have to be.
If somebody had to say something personal to you, you could pause it and then go back live again and be in the same chat. And everybody is on their own stream. It's not like you're brought onto Google Hangouts and you have to pull everybody in. Everybody's on their own thing. So that makes it easier for you too.
That would make it so much easier to get people in. I struggle with that.
And you can still schedule it ahead of time and all that stuff.
Okay.
You should check it out.
I'm going to have to. I did not know about Blab. I really did. And I try to keep up with the times.
There's a lot of educators on it, too. I was very surprised. I met Peggy in one the other night, and I was like, oh, wow. I know Peggy.
Okay. Well, I've tried the Periscope. I really did. I just didn't really like it because I don't know. I had issues if I'm not close enough to my Wi-Fi. It doesn't work very well. It gets very pixelated when I'm recording, and I just had issues with it. So and it's all on my iPad.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because if you're the host, and God forbid you had any technical difficulties, you could go offline. And if people were still in the group, you could get right back into the same group, no problem.
See, we need to hang out more often, Jean. I learn something new every day. Peggy says they send you the recording link for the video, audio, and embed code. Okay, that would help.
And they also have a feature like Periscope. You know how you get the hearts in Periscope?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Well, that's kind of like likes. It's like if you like somebody, you give them a lot of hearts. Well, here they have like high fives, like raising your hands up, and you get points based on that too.
I got a lot of hearts. I was doing was it a demo or something? All of a sudden I had like 50 hearts. I'm like, what in the heck? And they were just streaming up my screen. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Every person has a different color, I think, or something.
Yeah, there were different colors.
Yeah, and they give you however many hearts depending on if they like what you're saying or not, or if they don't, they won't give as many hearts, you know, that kind of stuff.
Okay, and then Peggy, you just need to be in the chat because I have to read all your comments. You could just tell us. Peggy says you can broadcast really well right from the iPhone. I do not have an iPhone. I gave up an iPhone for a Samsung. Personal choice. I got Google Glass, and it paired a lot better with that. And then they discontinued Google Glass, so now I'm like, what the heck? Just live with it, right?
I think it works with Android as well.
Okay, I'll have to try it out.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay, and then it's designed for conversation and building relationships while sharing, and that is my key. That's what I want to do, is build lots of relationships. So I may have to try this. You guys are talking me into it. She just keeps posting. Tons of social media gurus outside of education who are using Blab, and they are growing like growing. I can't even read. Peggy, this is how tired I am. They're growing their businesses by leaps and bounds, and I want to do lots of demos because I want to demo my interactive notebooks, and I want to demo the stuff I'm making. Plus, of course, those 360s, I have to demo those. Those are my favorite. So maybe I will have to do this. So I can do this without recording. I can do it spontaneously, and then people, if they see that I'm recording, they can jump on.
I think it's recording no matter what. I think.
Well, I mean, I don't have to schedule it. I can just go on and
you can do impromptu. Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what I was going to use. Periscope was impromptu when I had a moment. If I ever have a moment to do demos. Okay. Oh, Mitzi. Hey, Mitzi, do you want in the hangout? If so, let me know, and I'll pull you in. She's saying hi, everyone.
Hi, Mitzi.
And Peggy says it is not out for Android yet, and I have an Android phone, so I can do it if it's browser-based. I would like to do that, but I can also do it for my iPad. So I'll have to check it out.
I think they do have it somehow for Android, only because I heard somebody talking about it in a blab today. Like, I was listening in on a conversation. I was, like, in the audience, and somebody said they had it on their Samsung today. So I don't know if it's just in beta now, maybe, or whether it's... You'd have to look on the Google Play Store and look for Blab.
I will definitely look. Okay, demos aren't great there yet. Demos aren't great there yet because the focus is on people and conversation. They are working on screen sharing options, but it has to fit the small video window. Peggy, I'll make it work.
Well, you can with third-party apps. Like if you have Cam Twist or if you have ManyCam, then you can do it. You've heard of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you have one of those, you can do the screen sharing and stuff, but not everybody knows about them.
I actually, because I do screen sharing with kids, I knew about those. I don't know if I have on my personal iPad. I'll have to look. It's what happens when you have a school iPad, a personal iPad, and then another iPad. You have 3 iPads, and you're not sure which app is on which iPad.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy at times.
Because the same people that use those iPads don't use the same apps, so it's crazy at my house. Peggy says, yes, a pause can take it off the record and then come back live, and it blends in all into one recording. That would be... I'll have to do that. You know how many times people want to talk to me just to talk to me, and I have to stop what I'm doing? So that might be worth it. But it is browser-based, and that is the best experience. So I'm going to get a different webcam. This one's a wide-angle webcam. I don't know why I got with that. So I'm going to get a different webcam, so that might help, and I can do demos and such. We'll see. I'll have to try it. You're talking me into it. Let's see.
Are people still experiencing problems with the Augmented website and stuff?
Yes.
Are they still doing like major overhauls and stuff? Because I still can't get in.
Yes. Ian also sent me a message today, and he can't get in either. I'm
gonna have to call, talk to Lisa or email Lisa and tell her that I can't get in.
I'm gonna send. I was gonna wait to see who all joined the hangout and send her one email, so I knew who could not. I know Amber's have issues. Ian has issues. You have issues. So I want to say it's the ambassadors right now that's having issues, and I don't know if it's because they were trying to set up 2 different things. I don't know. So I'm going to email her later, because that's what it sounds like to me, is it's the ambassadors having a lot of issues. See if she can either reset your accounts or recreate them or something, because something's not working right. And I know they had to recreate my account.
Yeah. Because now, in order to get at your ambassador button, you have to have stuff uploaded already, right? Or no?
To have it active, it should be there. It won't be active until you upload stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to link to until you upload.
Yeah.
And all that's going to change.
Yeah, I haven't been able to upload anything, so.
All that's going to change when they roll out the new version of the app, because it's all going to be. Okay, this is how he explains it to me. There will be no buttons. You just scan. And whatever is the trigger should activate depending. We won't have to pick 360. We won't have to pick Teach Connect or Ambassador. It should all just, if you have the trigger and it's augmented for aug that, you scan it, it'll work. Which I told them that would be so much easier.
It would, because it gets kind of confusing.
Right. And I understand how their app is at the moment and how they had to lay it out like that because they had to direct. There's Mitzi.
Hey.
How's
hello
your part of the world down south?
Weather-wise, it's been very interesting, really hot.
Did you have the weather like they had in Arizona with flooding, with the rain?
Not too bad where I am. No, not lately.
Well, you're lucky.
Yes.
I think I'm lucky. I live in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the United States, so we don't get weather like that.
Oh, we're getting ready.
You're nowhere near Tornado Alley, are you?
I am in the middle.
Oh, wow.
So's my sister. She's in Wichita.
I am 90 minutes from Wichita.
Yeah.
Gotta love Tornado Alley. And you're not in Louisiana's not in Tornado Alley.
No, we're in Hurricane Alley.
There you go. I was going to say, I don't think it goes that far south.
Yeah, and I'm right on the Gulf. So, like 10 years ago, we were really Hurricane Rita, which followed the Katrina, and we had a lot of damage here.
I remember that. That's sad. I remember lots of things now. Okay. We have some comments. I need to clear them out. Peggy says, Katie Ann, I've been saving some good links for labs. I'll send you an email so you can explore them. That would be awesome. Tutorials, examples, and one example of education lab done by Hope King from Ron Clark Academy. My last blab comment. Okay, Peggy, you've got me convinced. I'm going to try and look into Blab and see. We may change our Let's Talk AR into Blab Let's Talk AR instead of a Hangout, so we'll see. I'll play around. Let's see.
Send the links to me too, Peggy, because I'm still kind of new to it.
Why don't you post it in our group, Peggy, so that everybody can see it, or on the event page? Let's see, it's still small even with third-party apps possible, but hard to see. He can cam twist this afternoon. Who is he, Peggy? I wish I could be a mind reader. I make a lot of money. Have it for Android. We already did that one, Android. Peggy spent a lot of time on Blab, much better than Periscope, because Periscope is one person to all, which I find frustrating. Why people wanted me to Periscope our Hangouts, because they couldn't hear the other side of the conversation. They just hear me. So I understand that part. That part's frustrating to me. Periscope is one person to all, and Blab is about connections or conversations. God, I'm so tired. Are you back to school yet, Mitzi?
Yes. Well, I actually work year-round, so I'm never out. I'm never off.
But I had my first. You're back. When was your first day with students?
They started school the let's see, August 14th, I believe.
Wow, you guys went early.
Yeah.
We started with students today, and I feel like I'm just wiped.
I don't start till the 8th. I'm so happy.
But you went so much longer than I did.
Well, that's true. I went till the end of June, and then I did summer school, so.
Okay, so Peggy says long email, so would rather not post on page. What's your email, Jean? I don't know if you want to do that over the on air.
Yeah. I'll tweet it to you.
Okay, and he is the CEO of Blab. Ooh, there's a CEO of Blab. Incredible person. He was sharing new features coming out this week. I love to connect with CEOs. They like to listen to me. You might need to connect with him about doing demos. Everything is public, not private in Blabs, but you can do it off the record, and after it's finished, it'll disappear. Okay. I don't want my stuff to disappear. I want it recorded so I can share it.
No, just like the personal stuff she means.
Oh, okay. Oh, like the personal chats, like if I pause it? Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Is there anything new happening with you, Mitzi? Do you want to share with the group?
Well, I'm actually getting started, with the Augmented. In fact, I had some questions because I have a school license to work with one of the schools. I work as a facilitator all over the district. And one of the schools that I'm working in, we're about to get started. In fact, they don't know yet, but their iPads have arrived.
Awesome.
And I should be delivering them soon. And we're going to get started working with it. I did have some trouble with the going into the site. It was like it took forever to load.
Yes, I will have to tell you, and I haven't talked with the Augmented team since last week because I went back to work last week and I've been quite busy. And I know that they're overhauling the site. They are converting it all to make it so much easier for teachers to have access to all of their triggers. So if there's like a certain trigger you want instead of all of them, you'll be able to do that. So I know it's a huge overhaul, and they're working. They're really stressed about it. When I talked to them last week, they're trying to get it up and running. They're wanting to get it up and running by September. Obviously, September has come and it hasn't done that yet. So we just have to kind of be patient.
Okay.
It is going to be a little slow from time to time because they will be testing out some of their stuff when they are making these conversions. So you may get a really slow connection or you may get a blank page, just depending on when you hit their network and when they're working on it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That's good to know. That answers a lot of questions.
Yeah, they kind of need to do a little blurb on their site. We are working to make things better.
Under
Please
construction.
be patient.
Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
under construction, please be patient with us. I only know this because I talk with Adam quite frequently. So I get the down low a little bit on some of the things that's happening. So when apparently teachers think I work for Augmented and I am the go-to person, so you do not believe how many messages and emails I get saying, can you fix this, how does this, and I'm like, we have to contact them because I can't do nothing. I don't work for them yet.
Okay.
Working on it.
So when I get into the site, what should I actually be able to see at this point? Because I'm not sure.
You will have, right now you should have 2 logins, and they're going to change it to 1. One login is to the portal where you're going to get all the Augmented library that you purchased for the site license. You'll see everything. And then the other one, if he's giving you the Teach Connect side, is the login to the Teach Connect side to see all the teacher-created stuff. So there's 2 libraries. One is Augmented's library with like 700 3-dimensional, 250 360s, and like almost like 3,000 augmented animated lessons or more. I can't. There's tons. So you'll get access to all of that. That's a lot. Kindergarten's not live yet because life got in the way and I didn't get it all done. But once kindergarten's active, you'll have kindergarten K through. What building? Do you go all the way to 6 or 8?
This particular school that I'm working with is grades 3 through 5.
3 through 5. Okay, I couldn't remember. So he probably just gave you access to 3 through 5. And then so you'll see all of the language arts, all the math for 3 through 5, plus the 360, plus the 3D.
Okay.
So the best way to get, and I had them put this link on their website. You go to their demo page, there's a link to the portal, and you click on that, and you can log in.
Okay.
And if you can't get in, I would let Lisa know that you're having trouble and you can't get in. Usually it's your email, and then she would give you a password.
Okay.
And then the Teach Connect, I don't remember. It was something weird. Maybe it was the Teach Connect was the email. One of them's your email and a password, and the other is like your name and a password. I don't know. But they're going to work on it and merge everything together so that you have one password and username, which would be so much easier.
Yeah.
Katie Ann, did I miss something somehow? Did he go over how the quick key was going to work?
He did. You have to go through Quick Key to make it work, and there's a link to the free pages, so you can try it out. And then you have to, I don't know, sign up, and if you're going to go further into it, work with Quick Key. And I'm not for sure. I'm supposed to be making these how-to tutorials, how to do Quick Key, but I started school, so. I did not get there. He like jumped this at me or dumped it in my lap a little bit, and threw that. Can you do this? And I was like, I can, but just not this moment in time. So I will be making a tutorial of how to use the Quick Key with the augmented part.
Okay.
But there is a link, and I put it in our resources, and I can tweet it out again or put it in our group again.
No, I have the link. It's just I'm like, what do I do with it?
I really haven't played with it to see how it works.
Yeah.
I have it too. I just life got busy. Okay, do you guys hear running water? I'm afraid it's just me. I'm hearing things. Okay. I was going to demonstrate, or not demonstrate, because that is loud. Because Quiver released last week, I want to say it was last week, they're educational, so I thought I would show that because a lot of people don't know about it yet. And it's literally brand new. So is that okay to share that so you guys can know where to go for it?
That would be great.
Okay. So let me...
When is that day exactly? It's September, but when?
Yeah. September 15th. Why am I going orange? Oh, my Lord. I thought there for a moment. Oh, I bet it's this screen giving off a bad light. September 15th-ish. They had to put ish in there. Because last year, I think it fell on a Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So it's the 15th might be a Sunday, so they put ish in there. I can't remember. I have to look at the calendar. Peggy says, totally agree about keeping it public. I didn't mean that personally. An entire lab can be off the record, and nothing will be recorded and saved. So if I wanted to do a private demo, I guess it won't be recorded. It'll disappear. So I'll have to check it out, Peggy. You've got me interested in this. No running water sound. I hear running water, so there's a bathroom on the other side of this wall, so I may be hearing somebody running water. Yes, we'd love to see. It's not quite a demo of Quiver. I'm going to show you where the educational part is. And then she says perfect Jean, so tweet out or send her your email and she'll send it to you. The link. Okay. So let me share my screen. Hopefully you see it's all green. And I did put this link on our event page, along with Cromville has something going on as well. So I thought I'd share that today as well. They have an educational part. I'm going to say it's a separate app in it because it has different pricing. You could do, and they go through their educational and their pricing. I think you could do like mass purchase quantities with this, or the educational, whatever that term is for the mass. I don't do purchasing of apps, so I'm not for sure exactly what they call it. But we could do the mass quantity. And then they go down here and they give you the link. And I want to say this is separate, and they're going to have to, I have not downloaded it yet because I didn't think I needed, I already purchased the sheets on my personal iPad, so I didn't think I needed 2 Quiver apps on my iPad. I might get confused, you know me. So I have not downloaded it. But they say this is their educational app, and it has special pricing. And then it will give you the free pages, which is awesome. And then they do have some on their educational side, some that you have to pay. They give you a sample, and then they give you some that you have to pay. And I purchased everything on the educational part. I didn't purchase some of their other things that didn't apply, or I didn't think applied for my personal, for my daughter. So they have their personal ones, their free ones here, and then they have, I have all of these right here. These are the ones I use for the writing centers, or writing when I do typing with my kids. I have not purchased their New Zealand ones. I think those would be, I've seen them, other people have demonstrated them, and I thought those would be kind of cool, but I have not purchased that set yet for my students. And then they have their .day, which I have. Now go ahead and show you. In our group, our Augmented Reality for Education group, I love .day. .day is like my favorite thing. It should be a national holiday, I swear. It's the most favorite thing that I get to teach, and I teach middle school, and I can just imagine doing this at the elementary, how excited the kids would be. But I created a lesson. I paired up some of Augvet's triggers with some of Quiver's triggers, and I created a lesson for the elementary students. I don't see me doing some of this with my upper students just because they might think it might be a little too beneath them, but I'd still have fun with it if they didn't. In our AR lessons that you guys asked for, if you click on that, you'll see some of the things I posted, and I have the .day and a link to the lesson, and if you click on it, the lesson's going to pop up. Everything is now live and ready to go. Scotty has been so nice the last couple weeks. Joe's been busy on the website and getting all these conversions and all this stuff, so Scotty's been helping me get my triggers up and running. So we have the .day lesson, and I have created 2 triggers for the Teach. It's going to be School Connect, the Teach/School Connect, that you can go, and you have to be a member to download them and print them off. And then I've written lessons how to use them, and then I paired up. There's a 360-degree fire truck trigger. There's a 360-degree cockpit. The pyramid, I want to say, he said it was supposed to be live in September, so hopefully it's live for .day. I'm crossing my fingers, and if Adam was on, I would be asking him if this was done, because it should be, hopefully, knock on wood. But if not, we've got others. There's a castle, and then this I cannot pronounce because I do believe it's German. and I'm not very good with German. But this is a really cool. These are all 360 degree triggers that Augmented has, and I thought that would be cool to pair these up with the book. How to Leave Your Mark in the World is what I was going for. And then there's a handful of 3D landmarks, so you can use those. There's a 3D for the little kids. I'm thinking more, kindergarten, first grade. The 3D fire truck, the 3D doctor, 3D police officer, the 3D astronaut. So these are the augmented triggers that from Augmented, and then you would pair it up with the 2 triggers from Quiver, the fire truck and their dot day. And I have a pre-story activity that goes along, art. I was hoping Natalie would be on because I thought, I got something art for her, and I came up with this I thought this was a really cool idea, how to make a dot without making a dot, how, painting around the picture and leaving something blank in the middle, and then having kids talk about it, and talk about how they could leave their mark in the world, and how you can make something out of nothing, and how you can feel when things seem too difficult. So I thought those would be great conversations with kids using this book. And then I walk through how to launch the app. And then you read the story, and I have questions for the story, and then the activity for the STAR app. After the class, or have the class do a small group discussion and have them play with the 360 triggers and have them explore the environments and write down the places they're exploring, and how the people there left their mark, like the pyramids. How could those Egyptians leave their mark? Well, they built a pyramid. They did all this writing. These are things how they left their mark in the world. And how a firefighter can leave their mark in the world, and the police officer, and the pilot in the cockpit. So I thought these would be great conversation starters, so kids can start thinking about, it's not just an artist that leaves their mark in the world, it's other people. And then, of course, because I'm the tech teacher and I love technology, I've tied in some tech integration, so you could go through that. And then at the end, how to use the Quiver app and how to use the dot day, like how kids illustrate how they're going to leave their mark in the world, and then have them interact with it. Have them color the fire truck and then interact with the 360 and the 3D firefighter, and, things like that. I thought those would be really cool ways to bring kids and to engage kids using augmented reality, all focused on the book, The Dot. So, and then, of course, I try, I don't do it all the time, but I try to include the standards that these activities meet. So that is coming up September 15th-ish. And if you're an elementary teacher, and if you're upper level, you can modify it. I'm going to use the dot day sheet, the Quiver one, like I've done in the past, and I'm going to have kids write an essay how they're going to leave their mark in the world. I haven't decided if I'm going to read them the story or have them do the animated story. I may change it up a little bit. Any idea? Did that help, Mitzi, using some of the triggers from Augmented for your class? I know that one was geared a little younger, but we can modify it for older.
Oh, yeah. No, that's going to be great. In fact, the whole time you're talking, I'm thinking tomorrow I work with pre-service teachers, and they have to complete a course with me before they complete student teaching. And so I have to introduce them to so many things. They give me 3 days in the year that I got to teach everything tech that I can. And so I'm thinking I'm going to use, I usually do something with Quiver, but that, since Dot Day is coming, I can see so many ideas that we could do with it. And because they're every area from PE to music to kindergarten to high school, those lessons would work well for all of them.
Awesome. I like to try to hit all of the groups. I'm working with a teacher in Texas on the napping house, and I've done the augmented part, or the lessons for the augmented, and I try to tie science, math, a course in language arts. And I did not get PE, but I could think of so many. When you have children's books and the stories, you can incorporate all these things into them, and it all just kind of focuses around the book, which I love. I love elementary, just doing that. I love teaching with books anyways, but yeah, you give me a book, I can give you some lessons, and I'll try to do cross-curricular and try to tie them all, especially with the augmented reality part. So if you ever have questions and you need help, just holler.
Oh, great. I have to tell you, if I can, I want to share with y'all a big project that I'm in the process of developing.
Awesome.
We have a state conference, and it's in New Orleans. It's called LeQ. And my session, along with one of my coworkers, we're going to have people do a walk with us, an augmented walk. And the first thing I've done is I have a former student who is now away at med school, and he sings with a cappella group called the Docapellas, because they're all going to be doctors at the University of Houston. So I took the song, of course, Fats Domino, Walking in New Orleans, and I wrote some words to make it go with augmented reality, and he is actually going to record it, and so then I'm going to use it as a trigger and build stickers out of it, so when they come to the session, that's one of the first things they'll do is scan it and have his song along with some other information. And what we're going to do is we're going to take them on a walk in the area, and if you're familiar with New Orleans, you know about the Superdome. So the place that we're staying is, and the convention center is right behind or right in front of the Superdome. So we're going to pick some of the things in there, the artwork, to embed our triggers in, until they'll be able to take the walk with us. So that's my big project I'm working on.
That is awesome. I've been to New Orleans one time. We went for a family vacation like 2 years ago, and we stayed in the French Quarter. We learned very quickly. We have teenage boys. We walked to our restaurant, so we had to cross Bourbon Street to get to the restaurant. Well, it was daylight when we went. When we came back, it was not daylight, and we had to walk across Bourbon Street to get back to our hotel. Not very appropriate when you have teenage boys. we learned really quick. Yeah, that was an experience that I think I still blush when I'm thinking that we had to cross the street.
Mm-hmm.
But we did really, really, really fast. This is Kansas, kid. I mean, we grew up in Kansas. There's nothing like New Orleans anywhere close to where we live in. We love the jazz music. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. There was jazz music playing everywhere. There was somebody on a corner, something. That was an amazing experience.
Yeah, New Orleans is quite unique, very different from where I live, and different from most everywhere I've been in the world.
Yeah.
And we don't all live that way.
No, but we loved the music when we did the historic stuff, and we went into the above graves and did some haunted tours. But that's me. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we do have some comments, so I need to clear them off my screen so I don't go crazy. I'm a type A personality, so I have to have everything all neat on my screen. Peggy found the answer to my question. Instead of an in-app purchase, Quiver Education has a one-time purchase price for all content. So that's why the app is different. So there are two different apps, which is probably why they do volume purchasing. That's what it's called. Why they can offer volume purchasing that way. That's awesome. Thank you, Peggy, for looking that up. I should have looked it up earlier. I'm sorry. September 15th is a Tuesday this week. So September 15th is International Dot Day, and I will be doing Dot Day that day with all of my kids. Peggy says dot day is always on September 15th, regardless on which day of the week it is, but many teachers do dot day activities whole week or on different days. And I do it all week because I see kids some I see on Monday and I don't see on Tuesday. So I do stuff all week. She said, fantastic lesson resources, Katie Ann. I'm glad you like it. I've got so many coming out, you guys. I've been working really hard. You're going to be happy, hopefully, with some of the things I've come up with. Peggy says, what a fantastic project, Mitzi. That will be an awesome experience. When is that conference?
Let's see. It's the first week in December. I don't have the dates in front of me. I can look them up in just a minute and tell you. But I know it's the first week in December.
Okay. Do me a favor. Email Adam and tell him I have to go there.
Oh, yeah.
That is not that far for me. I can fly. It wouldn't be. I can get there. Say, send Katie. She needs to go. She needs to do this and be a part and walk the augmented walk with the other participants.
That's it.
That would be fun. I would love that. So okay, Peggy says, so you pay for the app and then you pay for different pages. No, I think you answered. That was the one that you answered. You pay a one-time fee and you get the pages.
Yeah.
Okay. So, those are cleared out. Any questions before I show you Cromville? Because they have something.
I hope that I can get into That and Teach Connect to get those triggers by dot day, though.
I will send them an email as soon as we get off so I don't forget because I had others tell me and why they're not working. I cannot tell you. I cannot log in. That's going to be one of the things I'm going to have to negotiate with Adam to let me set up accounts, please, so I can fix them. Or, get people on or help them because this is frustrating on my end because I can't see and I can't help you. Yeah. And I want to. Peggy says, right, that was the one I found. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, so Cromville is going to be coming out, and I'm orange again. Must be this light. It's going to come out with some new chapters, and they are wanting people to subscribe, and they're going to let you know when they come out with new chapters to kind of keep you in the know, which is great because they're coming out with stuff that is. I use their pages as well for writing prompts. And they're coming out with some really good stuff. And they're trying to build up their educational side. So if you want to be in the know, up to date when those pages are released, you can sign up and to subscribe, I guess, to whatever feed they have. And they'll let you know. I guess they'll send you an email. I must have already done that. They email me, so I must have already done that sometime in my life. And they'll let you know when stuff is going on. And they're download pages, and they do work if you have the old ones, because I've tried it, because I have the old ones in my classroom, and I didn't realize I still had them. But they were changing over. They had like Water World and Fire World to the names, and they changed over this summer or late spring. And if you click on them, you're going to see everything that's tied to that character. So they're coming out with a whole bunch of stuff, and they're educational. I wonder if they released the new one. No, they haven't. The ones tied to education will be in the classroom that are in like the science or that's not on a storyline. So you can always go and check, and I tried to download their pages and post them in our group so people know that they've released, and you can go there and download them. But if I get too busy and you want to know before I do or at the same time, if you go to their homepage and sign up, they will send you a little announcement saying, hey, go check this out. And I love their summer ones that they did with Zoe and the internet safety. I'm going to be using those in my classroom. Okay. Oh, I can't believe time flies when we're having fun and chatting. Are there any other questions or anything you would like to see that I have not shown you? Have you seen my STEM, my first STEM? I have like a series of 6 STEM lessons that are augmented. Did I show you, Jean?
I know we have the link for the bridges. I don't think I've seen any of it actually yet, though.
Okay. Let me show you where the bridge is. I have not posted the ramp. There's going to be a ramp it up, light it up, ramp it up, light it up, twist it up, lift it up, and then there's a gear one. I haven't come up with a catchy name for the gear one. Maybe spin it, I don't know. And then the last one will be build a better mousetrap. So using everything that we've done, and then they have to use their knowledge to build a better mousetrap. And in our Google group,
Geared up would work.
Thank you. See, I just need to talk it up. Talk it up. And I can come up with gear. I like that, gear up. Okay, so in our group, in our AR lessons, so if you go to our AR lessons, our very first one is the paper bridges, and if you click on that, everything is live. All of the triggers I've made so far through the twisted up, there's three I've done so far, are live in the Teach Connect. So you can go into the Teach Connect and you can download them. But the bridges one has 360 of a bridge, 2 of them, a 3D of the Golden Gate Bridge, and I told Adam when he was in San Francisco last week he needed to make me a 360. I don't know if he did, but if he did, then I'll be adding that one. And I'm going to use the animated augmented lesson for scale drawing. So I'm using an animated lesson, a 3D, and a 360 from AugThat. And plus the ones I made that are in the School Connect, Build a Stronger Bridge and Build a Bridge, and they take them to videos, and they demonstrate the different shapes, the different strengths about, and the science behind it, why one shape is better than the other, and how to fold the paper to make it stronger. So then we'll be doing that, and then the students will be collecting their data, and we'll be doing scale drawings, which is one of the Common Core standards for 7th grade. I have 7th and 8th grade in this class, and that was one of the things that I noticed that they needed more help in. So we're going to be doing scale drawings, and they're going to build a paper bridge, and they have this challenge. And if you click on the challenge page, there's a student handout that'll take you there. And this is what you can give students. And it has the challenge. They have to have a bridge that's 8.5 inches wide, so a river is going to flow under it. It has to be freestanding. Nothing to support it in the middle. That clears the riverbanks. And they have to use no more than 50 sheets of paper. And they, after watching the videos and watching how they fold in the different shapes, they should be able to construct, hopefully, a bridge that will be strong enough to have, you know, I have to get some Hot Wheel cars to go over it, plus to hold pennies. So they have to hold, we're going to have a test to see which bridge is going to hold the most pennies for the strength. So, and then they have a challenge sheet, and then I give them the rubric. I always give the kids the rubric so they know what we're looking at, what I'm looking for, so they'll have that on hand. So I have all that, and if you want to use this, and feel free to change anything, you can make a copy. I saved as a Google Doc, so you can make a copy, and once you have the copy, you can change it. Okay, Christine. Hi, Christine. She says, hi, Katie. I've been lurking. I'm glad you lurked, Christine. Good to hear what you're up to. I'm always up to something. You never know with me. I hope you can get some rest from your big day. My son just got a car, so I can relate. P.S. Gear Up is a tutoring program for low-income kids from the Ed department. Okay, so maybe I won't use Gear Up. I'll come up with something catchy. I don't know. But I'll come up with something. I'm not quite ready for the gear one. I have to see how long it takes the kids to do the bridge, the ramp, and the third one is the roller coaster, the Twist It Up, before I can do the gear up and the lift it up, or whatever I'm going to call it. So I'm trying to stay STEM focused, and I was hoping Natalie would be on because I want to see how I can add art into this with the Twist It Up. One of the components is a theme, a design to go, so it's not just white paper. A theme, and I thought that would be the art-related part, to come up with some kind of theme to go with it and decorate it and, you know, have it match the theme. But she's been very busy doing a rollout of one-to-one iPads. So hopefully she said she's going to watch. So hopefully she'll get a hold of me and we can maybe talk about how I can add the art into some of these challenges. And if you guys have ideas how to add art, I'm creative and I'm a photographer, but when it comes to the artsy, that's not me. Okay, and Peggy shared our paper bridge challenge. Sorry, where was your lesson? Oh, Chris, thank you, Peggy. Christine, she posted it. It's also in our Google group. If you go to our Google group under AR lessons, you're going to find the paper challenge. And I have how many people? 6 people on it at the moment. So somebody is watching and went and checked it out. I never know who's watching. That just freaks me out. It could be my dad for all I know. I hope not. But okay. Thank you, Peggy. Are there any other questions? Our time is almost up. Do you have any comments, questions? You guys are on the panel. Is something I can help you with? I would love to help you with your walk, though, Mitzi. So when you start working on it, think of me.
Okay.
Because I would love
will.
to.
I have another big plan I want to do. I want to connect with someone. We had the area I live in, the large city around here is called Lake Charles, and we have a historic district with all the history archived. And we had a fire in the early 1900s, and it did a lot of damage and changed some of the laws about how homes were built. And I'd like to find someone in Chicago who would want to do
with
something
their fire.
with the Great Fire. And you know, we have so much rich culture here, and at that time all the different families coming to live in this area because we had the water here so they could do some shipping here. So I think it would be awesome to do it with someone.
Is that the lake that has a huge bridge and you're in the middle of it and you can see nothing but water? We went over that bridge on our way to New Orleans, and I can't remember what it was called.
You're in another direction. I'm actually, Lake Charles is real close to the Texas border. We're like,
well, we came through Texas.
Okay.
No, we went back through. We went one way. We went through Mississippi, and then on the way back, we went up through Dallas.
Okay. Then we're right on I-10. So,
we probably drove right through it.
Yeah, you probably did. And we have a lot of changes. We're growing. They're expecting us to grow within the next 5 years or less as much as 30,000 people because we're a petrochemical industry, and we just received lots of funds, and we're expanding like crazy.
Awesome. Okay. So. Well, like I said, when you start working on your projects, you know how to get a hold of me. So holler. Okay. And I will help you as much as I can. Let's see. Christine got the link. Awesome. Thank you, Peggy, for helping. And then Peggy says, awesome session. Love your creativity and enthusiasm, even when I'm tired. You did not believe how tired I am. You're creating excellent materials. Thank you, Peggy. And I have tons more. It's just trying to get the time to get it all out of my brain and down on paper. And as a challenge, and hopefully soon I will be able to focus more and share more. That's my goal. Okay, we are actually planning on maybe taking a break next week and changing our hangout just a little bit to bi-monthly instead of weekly, or weekly, to offset our Twitter chats. So when we have a week, we have a Twitter chat, we won't have a hangout, and then vice versa, so we'll flip them, because it is getting a little too much for me, especially with work, to do 2 things in 1 week. So I will send out invites again to let you know when our next hangout is and when our next Twitter chat is. So our next Twitter chat should be next week, and so we won't have a hangout, and then we'll flip and have a hangout and not have a chat. So we'll try to meet everybody halfway and maybe not stress me out a little bit. Because it's a little hard to do.
Everybody needs more time.
Yeah, and we need more time to play, and with school starting, and I need a little break, honestly. It's a little too much for me at the moment. So I think this will be a good balance, hopefully. And so do you guys get the invites when they make the events? Does it pop up for you?
Yes.
It only really shows up on my phone, the links.
Okay.
The actual links for, like, that's why you always seem to have to pull me in, because I only get it on my phone, the links.
That's weird.
Yeah, I get the invite, and it says, yes, no, maybe that you're going or not.
Right.
But there's no link with that.
That's just weird. Gotta love Google. So we may be switching over to Blab as well. So I don't know yet. If I take this next week to kind of play with it, I can let everybody know our next one, if it's going to be a Blab or a Hangout, and give you hopefully the right information, so that our first one, if we switch over to Blab, may be a little rocky like our first Hangout was. But we survived, and that was back in February or March, and here we are in September, so we're surviving, and it seems to be working. So I don't know. Just keep your eyes and ears open, because I may be changing things a little bit. Peggy says that's a great idea. And if you're on the Remind, that helps me. So sign up for the Remind, because then I can rarely tweet out, God. Send out the links and information on Remind, because I can send links in. We can chat on that as well. So sign up. The link to sign up for Remind is in our group, and I pinned it to the top. So when you land on our group page, that should be the first thing that you see, and you can sign up. And I think we have over 30, 40 people signed up to receive a Remind. That saves me a lot of headache too, because I can put it all in there and you guys get it on your phones, and then you can go check out the group or the event, and hopefully if we switch over to Blab, it is Blab, right? Switch over, I can maybe give you guys a link to that, and it may work out better. I don't know. We have to play around with it. Blab provides you with a tweet called Tell a Little Bird. Did Periscope do that too? So everyone can instantly tweet it out and show and get populated. We may get a bigger group watching if we switch over to Blab. Never know. We can try it. With the Twitter IDs of people on camera and title of show. That would be so nice to see who was watching. I might just switch over just for that part. And then Peggy gets my Reminds and direct messages. So awesome. Remind is awesome. I love Remind. I use it with my students, and I use it with this group. So it's an awesome tool. Okay. So keep your ears and eyes open, and I will let you know what we're going to do for our next one and when it will be. And if you have questions, you know how to get a hold of me. So contact me at any time. I'm here for you. Just not at midnight. I might not answer. Okay. Until next time. I'll see you.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.